Episode 5 of Daredevil Born Again brings a change of pace, focusing on a tense hostage situation that forces Matt Murdock to step up as both a hero and a man struggling with his own moral code.
Exactly what kind of a lawyer are you? A really good one.
The episode opens with Matt visiting a bank to inquire about a loan for his law firm. It's a simple, grounded moment that reminds us of his struggles outside the Daredevil persona. Running a law firm isn't easy, and Matt's inability to secure funding symbolizes how difficult it is for him to balance both parts of his life. Matt's financial problems contrast with his role as a hero. He fights to protect others, yet he struggles to keep his own life stable. This highlights a recurring theme in Daredevil's story. Matt's sacrifices often leave him with little for himself. Just as Matt leaves the bank, a group of heavily armed criminals led by Devlin storms in, taking hostages. At first, Matt walks away, signaling to Kirsten McDuffie to call the police. But his instincts as Daredevil kick in, and he returns to the bank, ready to take matters into his own hands. This sequence is classic Daredevil. Matt using his intelligence, combat skills, and heightened senses to outmaneuver the criminals. From pretending to need the bathroom to taking down a thug before saving Yusef Khan, the scene shows his methodical approach to vigilante justice. Matt initially trusts the system, asking Kirsten to call the police instead of jumping in right away. But once inside, he takes matters into his own hands, proving that his faith in the system has limits. The hostage situation serves as a metaphor for his ongoing struggle. Does he trust the law, or does he need to act outside of it? When Matt and Yusef manage to open the vault, they find a priceless diamond. This object becomes a focal point of the episode, representing greed, power, and morality. Devlin, the criminal leader, attempts to escape by disguising himself as a police officer, but Matt catches him and brutally snaps his leg. This moment is more violent than usual for Daredevil, signaling his growing frustration and internal conflict. At the end of the episode, Matt quietly swaps a piece of candy for the diamond on Yusef's desk. This small but significant action suggests that Matt is making a statement about power and corruption. The candy, something simple and meaningless, replaces the valuable gem. This shows that he refuses to let greed win. Matt's decision to leave the diamond behind reflects the ongoing theme of morality. He had the chance to keep it, but he chose not to. This moment reinforces that, despite his flaws and violent tendencies, he still holds onto his moral code. His actions in battle may be brutal, but deep down, he remains committed to justice. Episode 6 marks a turning point for Matt. After episodes of internal struggle, he fully embraces his role as Daredevil once again.
As graffiti artists, we get this bad rep that we're hurting the city, but there's dangerous people out there that are actually hurting the civilians of New York City.
The episode opens with a gruesome murder, another victim found with their eyes gouged out. This sets the stage for Muse's introduction, a villain whose art is literally made of blood. The discovery of a mural targeting the mayor adds tension, hinting at a bigger movement against Fisk's rule. Meanwhile, we find Matt in a reflective state, holding Foggy's Braille remembrance card while reciting scripture. This moment highlights his ongoing spiritual conflict. He has drifted from his faith, but recent events are pulling him back. Heather, who walks in on him, is surprised he still prays, emphasizing how much Matt struggles with his identity.
This killer Muse, he wears a mask. That's because he's afraid. I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to show your face because you are New York's finest. And this city is yours.
At the mayor's office, Wilson Fisk meets with Luca, a powerful crime boss, and demands a payment increase, showing his iron grip on the city's criminal underworld. Luca resists, but Fisk's confidence in his power is unshaken. Later, Fisk receives disturbing news. The new anti-mayor mural is made of human blood. Even for him, this is shocking. This realization pushes him to form a special task force, made up of the most corrupt cops in the city, ensuring he has an army to enforce his will. His speech to them, promising unrestricted power, sets the stage for a dark future. Meanwhile, Matt meets with Angela Del Toro, who is determined to investigate her uncle's death. She believes it's connected to a string of disappearances, but Matt warns her against getting involved. When she realizes he won't help, she storms off, believing he has lost his sense of justice. This moment is crucial. It shows Matt's hesitation and guilt. He wants to stay out of the fight, but deep down, he knows he won't be able to.
911, what is your emergency? Hello? Hello? 911.
Fuck it.
The episode finally reveals Muse, a killer who turns victims into artwork. When two fangirls stumble upon him painting, he quickly makes them his next masterpiece. Muse isn't just a murderer, he's an artist of destruction, creating a twisted form of rebellion. He represents pure chaos, challenging both Fisk's control and Daredevil's sense of justice. When Angela goes missing, Matt initially calls 911, but after a moment of hesitation, he hangs up. He knows this isn't a job for the police, it's a job for Daredevil. In one of the most powerful moments of the season, he says, "Fuck it. The devil is officially back." Matt tracks down Muse, leading to a brutal fight in the subway. The battle is bloody and intense, showing that Muse is no ordinary villain. He can hold his own against Daredevil. But Matt is forced to break away when Angela's heart rate drops. He manages to revive her, but Muse escapes. Still, this moment marks a major shift. Matt is no longer running from who he is. Episode 6 of Daredevil Born Again is a defining moment for Matt. After spending the season in doubt, he finally embraces his role as Daredevil. Muse's introduction raises the stakes, adding a new level of horror and unpredictability. Meanwhile, Fisk tightens his grip on New York, setting up an inevitable clash. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.